without my shift in mindset, you would just feel like we were doing the same old thing. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah, it's the same space, but we're different people.
Yep.
It's not. I had to learn really quick to stop trying to fit into something because it felt sticky or like I was trying to do an act.
Hey man, I spent a lot of years doing that, dude. I spent a lot of years pretending to be something I'm not to make other people happy. While in the meantime, making myself miserable because I wasn't living up to my potential. I wasn't being the amazing person I know I am that I am now. You know? That this person's been hiding behind, quite frankly, bullshit for years.
Yeah. Yeah, I found myself doing the same thing.
Yep.
And I even found myself kind of falling into the same habits when I got on the show here. And I don't need to impress anybody.
Right.
Anybody ever again.
Right, man. We do this. I mean, yes. I mean, it's nice to hear people telling us, what we talk about on here is helpful. But at the end of the day, man, when we really think about it, we're doing this for us. You know what I mean? Like I'm here doing this for me because this helps me big time.
Well, and I don't know. I think I found myself working too hard to entertain because I know that it's important to be funny.
It is.
Or to not even to be funny. That's not fair. To express myself in my way.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like I was doing that when we were producing some of the later shows, So I just kind of hit the pause button and I was like, okay, screw this. Why am I doing it? And it's important to me to laugh. And I think I just kind of, over time, forgot what it even felt like to laugh right.
Laughter can cure.
My laugh now is like an explosion.
It really is, dude. Well, we do the same thing. It's funny, dude, because I'll be walking through the house and I'll hear you upstairs, bro, and I cannot help myself because I know that if you laughed that hard, it had to have been freaking hilarious, It's
really nice to hear people laughing around the house.
It is, man. It's a cool house, dude. I mean, why wouldn't you be happy in a house like this? Yeah, we have our issues. So what? Everybody has their issues. And anybody that says they don't have their issues, you're full of shit. Bingo.
I told somebody close to me, and I'm the power of getting my head straight, going into a psychologist, doing the work to get there, and so many people say there's nothing wrong with me. Well, look, what is wrong? What is right? I'm not saying wrong or right. It's helpful, getting your head straightened out.
The main point was that everybody has their issues.
Nice. Go back to yes.
Everybody has their issues.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a little external. Everybody's got a little internal. You know what I mean? There's nothing to be ashamed of. You know what I mean? And realizing and coming to the conclusion that you do have these issues can be so helpful in so many ways, dude. It's insane. When I finally realized what some of my issues were, and I was able to, once you find out what those issues are, it becomes that much easier to face them.
They're not issues. They're just realities.
Mm-hmm.
So I've come to kind of even challenge that way of calling something an issue or qualifying something before I commit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So commit to it. They're just things we got to understand about ourselves, challenges that arise, they happen.
Well, Bev Smith said it best, man, and I really felt it when she said it in TED Talk about being able to be alone without being lonely.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah.
When you can do that. I thoroughly enjoy my me time.
Yep.
I like being able to, I put my phone away, I don't look at my phone, I turn the TV on or I read a book. And I watch something I like or read something that catches my fancy. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with doing it. Catches my fancy. Yes. Anyhow. But yeah, man, I mean, that's helped me a lot.
Yeah. Having an escape.
Yeah.
And away from the phone, too, is very important.
Right. Because then what happens with the phone is you rely on other people. And you shouldn't have to, as far as your happiness goes, you should not. For affirmations, to make yourself feel better. It shouldn't be that way. Like sometimes I'll go on and I'll look at oh man, I posted this picture, but nobody liked it.
Yes.
Who cares?
It's a letdown, isn't it?
It is.
But then you realize, once you realize, why did I put it out there?
Yeah. I didn't put it out there for the likes. I put it out there because it was a moment that I enjoyed, and I wanted people to see that there's moments out there other than the superficial stuff you guys look for that can be healing or can make you happy. It's all about searching, dude, you know? But searching for the right reasons.
What's an example of a superficial way?
Looking for the hundreds of likes on their photos and stuff like that. That's you're posting for the wrong reason.
Yeah. So I mean, it's there like any outlet for any other social outlet. You might as well be on a stage once you get out there, right?
Yep.
You're in front of many more people.
Absolutely.
So it's like, treat it like that. If you go out there, I've become very aware of what I post. If I post, it's for a damn reason.
I was the worst. I was such a negative person on Facebook, and I couldn't believe it. And now I see it, and it breaks my heart to, see, excuse me,
some of the rhetoric.
Yes, man. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, you used to do that, bro. And now I just, when I can, and it's somebody that I really care about, I'll reach out and say, hey,
you doing okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's hard.
And that's
too.
important, dude.
It's
that's
important,
so
but
important.
it's hard to do, though.
I lost so many friends to situations that could have been fixed. Even if they don't speak outright, there's signs, man. Yeah. There's signs of unhappiness, especially to the point of depression, where they end up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel bad saying it out loud because it's a very sore subject. But when somebody commits suicide, I've had a friend of mine that, to the normal person, you would have thought there was nothing wrong. Nothing. And, for his girlfriend to find him the way she did, it was heartbreaking. And it was shocking to all of us because we were so caught up in our own crap that we didn't realize what was going on. You know what I mean? And that's what makes me think, like, man, I really gotta start being aware of what's around me and what's going on around me.
Yeah, well, people need other people, man.
Yep.
They need to know that they're, loved and appreciated, that their perspective is appreciated. And that's why I go out of my way, even sometimes, to put the energy out to call somebody that I know might be a pain in my butt.
Yep.
Might bring my energy down. It's like, but they may need me. They may need me today, so I call, And sometimes that energy is not reciprocated.
No.
Why did you call? So it's like, I appreciate that know your limits, right? Know your personal limits, but also know that you don't have to be afraid to reach out to somebody that you care for. That's what I did with you.
Yep.
Because I was like, man, I could use a hand down there, and I miss my brother. Let's go. You wanna? Come on. And you were like, hell yeah.
Excuse my language, and I don't care because this is a well-placed, but best fucking decision I've ever made in my life. Other than my kids, of course. But you know what I mean? It's
for you personally.
For my own personal growth, this was the best decision I've ever made.
Yes, and we discussed the kids, because it was, I know, man.
Dude, I'm about to be in a cap and gown next week,
I
bro.
know, I can't wait. How does that feel? Like,
surreal.
Explain it. You're getting your GED, right?
Well, yes, I'm getting rewarded on stage for my completion of the GED,
sure.
Which is something, obviously is not passing through 12th grade. I didn't get to do.
Yep. There's a lot of people out there that didn't
absolutely,
get to do it.
Man. So, this is a really big deal for me.
What were your thoughts on your GED beforehand? Like, before you tell me, like, if you want to talk about it, like, okay, talking about being in a dark place, you kind of mentioned, mental health, right?
Yep.
And the depths of mental health and how bad things can get. Without going into any details, I'll tell you that I know what it feels like to be in a dark hole. It sucks.
It's depressing.
It sucks. You feel like you have nobody, and you just want to let that world of disappointment and sadness just collapse on you, and then you go, I got one chance. Get up.
Yep, it's like you're in a 100-foot water well with freaking granite sides. You ain't getting out of there.
Yep.
You ain't getting out. There's no
until
climbing.
You claw your way out.
Yep.
With honestly.
But that shows us there's
be
work.
Vulnerable to others.
Yep. Give grace.
Drop the ego.
And give grace to people, dude. That's the other
grace. Thing. Like, I know I have not been perfect.
No.
I own it.
Yep.
I own it. It's on my sheet of paper. I write down my imperfections. So what? Know better, do better.
Yep. That's, dude, again, Bev Smith, again, she said, don't spend too much time in either the future or the past. You got to be strong, rooted in the present.
Yep. So, hey, man, reach out. Anybody needs help out there, you know who to talk to, you know who not to talk to, and I'm no authority on it. I keep trying to remind myself of that, but dang it, I've been through it.
Honestly, even just for shits and giggles sometimes, just reach out to the people that matter to you and just check in on them, ask them how they're doing.
Yeah, because we're living
You don't know what
times.
door you're going to open for them.
We're living in tough times.
Right, and you don't know what door you're going to open for them. And for all you know, you open them up to, trying something new that day because you help them get something off their chest. So that's why, like, it's so important to give grace. Like, you see how I talk about certain things now. I'm like, dude, conquer with love, bro. You know?
One of the things that's the hardest to do is, like, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling that downness, it's like, okay, well, how do I even begin? Well, first off, give yourself some space.
Yep.
Give yourself some time to think, to breathe, You gotta let things process, and then as you can start to do little things or find an outlet, right? Find an outlet, maybe something fun, a video game, or I don't know, music, or okay, you had to pull my head out of the clouds with a movie. So,
hey, listen, man. If there's one thing I've learned, the solution always starts here, bro. You have to plant that seed in your mind, and you have to water that seed and let that grow. But it takes time, and it takes patience, it takes work, and it's just because we're doing what we're doing doesn't mean that we're not.
We've been through hell together.
Exactly. That's what
it's
I'm
almost
saying,
been
man.
a year, and it's like looking back on the shit that we had to talk about and go through, and we still set boundaries to this day, man.
Experience wise, dude, it feels like 5 years. As far as the fun wise goes, like, you know what I mean? It felt like a short amount of time.
Well, and it's kind of great, right? We've done all the work together. We've set all the boundaries. We continue to set the boundaries, and it's made some space for fun. So we went to a concert. We went and saw
what a good time.
Krangbin
was they were awesome, dude. That was such a good show, man.
What a vibe. And
for
it
real.
Was like so relaxed. Nobody cared what anybody else
was
doing.
Police officers were dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were vibing too.
Yeah,
so
and the place looked like Mount Vesuvius.
It did.
So smoked up.
It really was smoked up. That place was crazy.
But I don't know. It was really interesting. It's the first time that I've gone to a concert and been around. It's legal to smoke marijuana, right? So it's really interesting to just be there and see there were no fights.
Everybody's sitting on each other's blankets up on the hill and stuff and having a good time. Like that, to me,
it was a great time.
That's such a vibe, dude. Beautiful. It really was. Yep.
Yeah. And, there were police officers there. There were, sorry guys, if I'm ratting you out or whatever, but nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Just good times.
Yep.
So we did that. We got out of there just in time. Dude, we ran out of there like there was a tornado coming.
But you know what, man? It was perfect. It was timed perfectly. We were there. The concert wasn't overbearing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had our fun.
Yeah.
We had a blast. Dude, I think what stood out for me the most, more than anything,
I know where you're going with
is where the band stopped and said, look at the people around you. Now get up and go introduce yourself to somebody. I've been to a lot of, jam bands, concerts, and stuff like that. I've never had a band tell me to go do that.
Yeah. Well, it's time that we start doing that. Speaking about, putting yourself out on social media today, I did post something about, we went to Birmingham to, the birthplace of the civil rights. And it's just like, I shared that today and I felt like super self-conscious about it. Like I was saying something wrong for some reason, but I put it out there, and it was like social media, right?
Yeah.
In the times that we live, people are really angry. And I think like, I don't know, man. I don't know if we can even take this out, but I want to talk about it. I feel self-conscious putting stuff out like that because I feel like I'm putting myself out there to be open to some kind of attack. Why do I have to be afraid to talk about civil rights?
You shouldn't have to. There's nothing wrong with it. It happened. And the fact that you're taking time to learn it and acknowledge what happened, dude, that makes you a better person already.
Is everybody else doing that?
Who knows? Maybe
That's
more
my
people.
fear, because
Maybe more people need to start doing it, and that's the problem. I think more people need to appreciate the past and realize, like, man, I understand things are bad now, but there have been changes made.
Yeah, and there's so many good things we can do with social media, right? And the first thing I want to do is to just inform people of some things that I see that aren't right. And I don't want to be like political. That's not who I am. I don't want to stir any pots up, but I just see stuff going on around me that just breaks my heart.
Here's my thing on politics. If you feel strongly about it, speak on it. Politics are a real thing in this country. It is part of the everyday living. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with speaking on it.
Do you think everybody views it that way, though? Because, I mean, I've got some instances recently that I can just look at and say that people were led by anger and hatred. And
Well, you know me, dude. I'm not a big fan of politics. I pay attention to certain big things or big issues that are going on with the country. But as far as, like, the Democratic or Republican Party and what their beliefs are, I don't pay attention to it because each individual, yes, they may have the foundation of a Republican, but they can still make changes and small little changes here and there that make them just a little bit separate from the party.
I just wish that everybody would see that you don't have to, like, pick a side.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be about sides. Look at the president's credentials. Look at what he's talking about, what his reforms or whatever the case may be, what changes he wants to make, and then see if he follows through with them. That's very simple politics.
Yeah, right is wrong, and wrong
is
wrong. But it's just putting yourself out there is what kind of the point that I'm making. It was a little bit of a discomfort around that today, and I've felt that discomfort. I put posts up before and pulled them down.
Yeah.
It's like I feel self-conscious. Heck, I've put content here out.
Yep.
I felt self-conscious.
Yep.
So speaking of self-conscious,
we're not going to talk about Doctor Strange, are we?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get into it. So.
Don't explain nothing. Doctor Strange, I was feeling crappy, and you made me go see a movie.
And you had a good time.
I did have. I had a freaking blast.
Oh, absolutely.
You tell me about your time.
My time was fantastic. I enjoyed the movie. For the most part, for what it was. As far as the direction goes, I can't really get on board with that.
Can't even keep a straight.
I really can't.
Face.
It was listen.
I'm trying to. You never judge movies, dude.
I don't.
You're the type that if somebody came to you and started singing, you would listen with a open heart and open mind, and you'd be like, man, that was, you give them good feedback. You always try to look for the good.
I love artistry.
Yeah.
And I respect all artistry. Just like, I'm not a big fan of heavy metal screamo music, but I can appreciate its art. And now for Marvel, unfortunately, I do have a little bit of a biased opinion only because of my certain love for Marvel comics. So no matter what, I'm going to love anything they put out. But I will have my views on certain things that could have
just talk about the fucking movie.
I can't help it because I want to clarify it and make
what
sure.
You want to qualify it or something?
No, not qualify. Oh no, because I have so much bad to say about this movie. So much. I'm a huge Benedict Cumberbatch fan, and now
What's
he's been
name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, go ahead.
Lord Benedict Cumberbatch, I'll have you know. The man is knighted. Anywho, he's one of my favorite actors. And, sometimes when you put certain actors into a sci-fi movie, they make it a little too... Now, I'll explain. I'm getting there. Now, he also played Khan in Star Trek. In the new Star Trek movie. Okay. He was fantastic. He made it believable. This movie, Sam Raimi kind of gave him some direction that I wouldn't say I agree with. Because the acting and the lines were really cheesy. And I felt like Benedict probably did it really good on the first try. And Raimi came in and was like, nope. It's got to be again. It's got to be cheesier.
Yeah, make it cheesier.
He was like, raise an eyebrow when you do it and make yourself sound super cocky and confident.
Somebody go get this man some bad makeup.
Yeah, for real. All right. Now you're going to be a zombie and do the same thing. The cameos were cool as hell. The cameos were so good. I really enjoyed the cameos.
Yeah. The only thing that was missing on the cameos was maybe Freddy Krueger and Sonic the Hedgehog. That would have been really freaking great too. The cameos, okay. It was like they tried to take this movie and get everything set up, and they tried to do it with this new director and this new path, and it was humorless, it was weird, it was every possibility is now available. Like I said, I'm surprised that Freddy Krueger didn't kill Cumberbatch in his sleep or whatever the hell his name is. Like, come up through the bed.
Here's the worst part, because you just said new director. The funny thing is, this is not the first time Marvel's used Sam Raimi.
What else have they used him in?
He did the first Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire.
Oh, okay. They suck too.
Yes. The first one was good. And the only reason I say the first one was good is because I'm a huge Willem Dafoe fan, and he was a fantastic Green Goblin.
I love Willem Dafoe.
Yes. However, Sam Raimi, again, did not necessarily go with the superhero aspect. He tried to go with his horror aspect. Now, if anybody knows Sam Raimi, you can recall the movies Evil Dead. They were built on cheesy, gory horror.
Yeah.
That's what that was all about. And he did exactly that.
Dude, it was kind of like the movie or the video game Smash Brothers. Like, you could pick any character was there. Like I said, I was just waiting for Super Mario to pop out of the freaking screen and knock out Spider-Man. It was just like, it was ridiculous.
Not that I have any. See, again, my biased opinion is gonna chomp that away and be like, nope.
And I'm not being negative
because I don't think
I didn't want to like do this review because I don't want to like slam their craft. But
no.
Bad is bad.
Bad is bad. But
he was a zombie.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
I thought it was cool.
I've seen it, and I feel like they could have introduced the multiverse better instead of just dumping every possibility into one thing and being like.
See, hold on.
That's what it felt like.
See, that didn't feel like that to me. They had one point where they had that Illuminati. That was the only point where they showed these, and it was only 5 different variants. Now, when they did the other stuff, it was more of them falling through different dimensions. And that was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was really cool because the CGI wasn't half bad. But then that makes me wonder what the hell happened to the rest of the CGI. Because that octopus monster...
It went into the...
he looked cool.
We got 2 points we got to talk about.
Yes.
The third eye, it looks like they...
That was totally a Sam Raimi thing.
I mean, last minute they went to the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
It was on sale from, maybe... What's it? Yeah. What's that Halloween place? Spirited Away. They found it in a dumpster, and they put this stupid eye on.
Well, they CGI'd on it. That's the worst part. It was CGI'd. You get it? It was CG third-eyed.
How stupid did that thing look?
Dude, it was CG third-eyed.
It was...
It was really bad.
No, seriously. It didn't move right. It was
It didn't even blink. It didn't even blink with the rest of the eyes.
The blink was out of sync.
Yeah, it was... Yeah, out of sync blink.
It was so bad. I could have done it.
It was like a doll's eye, like,
No, it
looked
looked
it doesn't
like
close
he did it with his
halfway.
iPhone.
It was pretty bad, dude.
He did it with his iPhone.
It was pretty bad.
His iPhone 8.
His iPhone.
His phone.
His iPhone.
His iPhone 8.
I'm going to text you on the iPhone. But
I was laughing through the entire movie.
Oh, yeah. The cheesy acting was
you heard me,
freaking
right?
hilarious. Oh, my God, yeah. I was sitting over there trying not to laugh. So when Wanda Maximoff's kids were crying in the corner, like behind the staircase, and they looked like they were behind like a little jail cell, and it was some of the worst acting. I was like, what is going on, dude? Like, why so much?
It was they really just overdid it. The octopus thing at the beginning, I knew when I saw the CGI.
Oh, the mummy thing. It was a mummy.
I knew when I saw that octopus thing in the beginning that we were in trouble. I knew. I just had a feeling. I was like,
yeah. Honestly, dude, they should have gave it some time. They should have. Okay. They should have worked on the CGI a little bit better.
CGI. That was Men in Black 1 monster on that screen. It was like the stupidest thing. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right. Which is so weird because the green screening was so good. Like the background looked very realistic, but then when it got to the monsters and the things that had to be in motion, you could tell like they were on a time crunch, and they were like, "We just got to get this out now." Like all right, this is good.
What was that movie with Adam Sandler with the pixels?
Oh man,
it was pixels. Yeah,
that had better CGI.
Yeah, I mean it was a giant Pac-Man.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was a fun movie. We got to watch that.
We do.
Yeah, really. We really do.
Oh, man. But you know what? It was the point is, like, going out. You made me go out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
It was still fun.
Getting out and seeing a movie that you wanted to see, and you were so pumped about it, man. So
I was.
could not do it.
And honestly, dude, I was more interested in seeing them falling through the dimensions and seeing the cameos that were going to be in the Illuminati, because they only hinted. 2 were confirmed. All the rest were just like, hey, maybe.
It's just getting too much, bro.
Yeah.
Big picture. So what I'll try to do from excuse me.
Yeah. And I can help explain this a little bit and why they had to go a little stupid with the multiverse.
I don't want to hear it.
I got to tell you. I got to tell you, and
who else wants to hear about the multiverse?
A lot of Marvel fans will agree on why Marvel had to do this is because in the original movies they were never involved because Marvel did not own the rights to any of the X-Men or the Fantastic Four.
So now I got to keep up with a movie and with all their legal bull crap.
Well, that's all done now. Marvel owns everything.
I know.
Or sorry, not Marvel. Disney does.
You think they're trying to do a little too much though?
I think they could go about it a little bit better.
Yeah, we could
a little bit
have
more
like
patience. Maybe slowly introduce the cameos. It's not like we're going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, they just wanted to dump it.
Yeah,
they just wanted to dump it on everybody. So.
Well, yeah, they're so worried about getting into these phases because they think, oh man, we got to please the viewers. It's like, no, the viewers are going to see it when it comes out. Just take your time and make them good.
I think it's too late now. They opened up too much. We were talking about that. Like, I don't think that I think the multiverse has just become too much. It's too confusing. Everything's possible.